Manifestations is a podcast of the Ostium Network. Time is not linear, but our story is. Please join us on our journey. We are Manifestations. I've been here before, weightless, suspended in this infinite darkness. There are no other objects, no point of reference. I can see my body, illuminated evenly, but I can't see a light source. It's possible light and vision might not work the same in this place. There's a sense of motion. Depending on how I think about it, the sensation changes from feeling like I'm moving at extreme speeds to the nothingness moving by me as I remain still. And not in straight lines. Like direction means anything in this void. Something is different this time. My analytical mind wants to categorize and note everything. I remember me. My name is Alan. I remember school and growing up in northeastern Pennsylvania in the 70s and 80s. I have memories of family, friends, and work through the 90s, 2000s, and teens. I remember feelings of fun and hurt, of joy and pain, and love. I can't remember when I should be. The memories seem to be from so long ago, like they're from a story I read, and I can't remember all of the details. I was in Centralia, in the past, trying to stop the events that started the mine fire. Did it work? Did any of it matter? I'm not sure where I'm going next, but I feel like it's going to change me. There's a noise. It isn't constant. There are patterns in what I first thought was chaos, like pops and cracks in the static of a radio. Sometimes even tones. Was that a voice? At that thought, the blackness becomes a gray, then quickly white. Not blinding, just full white. I'm able to pay attention. There's no pain this time. The sense of motion slows, but does not stop. The whiteness dims to reveal a long, narrow room. I'm sitting in a corner. I can see windows along both walls to my left and right. Outside, it's mostly black. It's a subway car. The noise is the train moving along the tracks, though not a sound like I've heard before. There are regular flashes in the dark beyond the windows that are timed with the thump sound. There are enough seats for a dozen or more people here, but I'm only one of 4. I hesitate, then slowly look at my reflection in the window, and see a face that isn't mine. After what happened before, I didn't expect to see myself, but it was still alarming. No facial hair, and no hair on this head. Curious, I rub my chin. It's smooth, matching what I see in the reflection. Not the beard I usually keep, rubbing when thinking deep thoughts. The completely bald scalp of my host feels so peculiar. Okay, truth be told, I know I'm headed that way eventually. Sitting here, I notice the temperature is comfortable, verging on slightly too warm. I'm wearing comfortable pants made of a tan and gray woven fabric. They feel like denim, but have a little stretch to them. There's a jacket to match, folded neatly on the seat at my side. I'm wearing an off-white, simple, button-up shirt, possibly made of a woven cotton. The boots I'm wearing are what I would call basic work boots in a muted brown. They don't really go with the pants, but they're light and comfortable. The body I'm in dressed for comfort. I can appreciate that. But where am I? I continue to look around. There's an advertisement on a wall. In the image, a family is having a picnic. There's a large group of people in the background. I have no idea what the poster says. It seems to use Latin letters, but it's definitely not English. Not exactly. It's not exactly Spanish. I don't know enough French to be sure. Portuguese, maybe? Examining different parts of the sign, trying to make out a translation, I focus on the large text across the top. Festival Park. Park is spelled with a Q. That seems easy enough, plus it fits the image. As I continue to look, I have to blink hard. The words are changing, becoming something I can read. I look at the text on another sign, and it does the same thing. One of the other passengers gives a quick side glance. And they don't seem impressed at my humor over having some kind of translator in my head. Maybe not my mind, my host's mind? Could I be getting the translation from his memories? Too many questions. And then I have a terrible thought. If I'm here in this body, where is my host's mind? I hope they return as soon as I leave. I'm sure I'll leave, eventually. For a moment, there's a high-pitched ringing in my ears, and I feel dizzy. Like I might pass out. Slow, deep breaths. Focus on what's around me. Relax. I let the anxiety pass, and I steel myself. Priorities. Where am I? Why am I here? Was I in Centralia for a reason? It seemed so. Do I have a purpose here as well? Now I can see that advertisement is for a park festival. 3 days of food, music, and remembrance in Reset Canyon. That's an odd name. Just as odd as the phone numbers below. 307-06-28 and 307-07-01. They seem to be a few numbers short. Then again, I'm not familiar with making calls in Europe. The screen on one wall is showing weather. 23 degrees Celsius, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Light wind and partly cloudy. Not a bad day. And then I noticed this is weather for the destination city. New San Francisco. New. It should have been obvious. I've got to be in the future. Manifestation Season 1, The Reset, was written, acted, and produced by Dwayne Farver, with input and help from Alex C. Telander. Our intro music is Breathe by Chill Carrier. The music heard here is Sunshine by Cobycracker. Also heard in this episode was From Other Suns by Evan King and Eventide by Rob Risley. You can find them at bandcamp.com. Sound effects are from freesound.org. Links to the music and transcripts can be found in the show notes. You can find us on most social media at PodManifest, or look for us at podmanifest.com. The surprise at the end of this episode is only the beginning. Alan is about to discover just how much has changed. As long as we have access to the temporal feed, we will transmit more of our story each Wednesday and Saturday. We hope you join us.